I'm Shantani. Welcome to my class. Welcome to another video of Let's Learn Geography channel. In this video, we will be looking into globe, latitudes and longitude. That is part of your syllabus NCERT Class 6 Geography Chapter 2. In my previous class, I have discussed about Earth's shape. If you have not watched this video, please go and watch this video, and it will be helpful for you to understand this chapter very well. So let's start. The shape of the earth. If you see this picture, you can able to see that it is flattened at the pole, that is North Pole and South Pole. And in the pole it is flattened in shape and bulge in the middle. Middle part is bulge in shape and the both poles are flattened. And globe is the true model or the miniature form of the earth. Globe size may be varied, big ones that cannot be carried, the small one that is easily carried. But one thing that is very difficult for us to locate a location of the globe. It is very difficult to point out a location on it. So take a needle and you need certain point and reference to find out the locations. And you will notice that the needle is fixed through the globe. But it is not in the perpendicular manner, it is slightly tilted, and which is called axis. But in reality there is no needle or all these things. The earth is tilted slightly on its own axis, and the north point of the needle is called the North Pole, and the south point is called the South Pole. And earlier I have said that there need some reference line and point to locate some locations. So an imaginary reference line which splitted our earth into two equal halves, that is called equator. Equator divided our earth into two equal parts, and the northern part of this imaginary line is called the northern hemisphere, and the southern half is called the southern hemisphere. But they are equal halves, and there are some imaginary references line along with the equator, and they are parallel to each other, is called the parallels of latitudes, and latitudes are measured in degree. These are latitudinal line, and they are parallel to the equator. This is equator, and they are lies parallelly to the equator. These are called the parallel to the latitudes, and they are measured in degree. Equator represents 0 degree, and whenever we move towards pole from equator, the degree is increases, and in the same process happens in the southern hemisphere also, because the earth distance from the equator on the either pole is 1/4 of the total circle of the earth, and the total circle is 360 degree, and then northern hemisphere is equator to northern hemisphere, that is 1/4, that is 90 degree, and same thing happened in the southern hemisphere also. And all parallels north of the equator is called the north latitude, and the similarly parallels that are parallel to the equator in the south is called the south latitudes. And value of the each latitudes are followed by the word is according to northern hemisphere it is N, capital N, and for southern hemisphere it is capital S, capital N and capital S. There are some important parallels of the latitude. Our equator is divided, our earth is two equal halves, and there are north pole is 90 degree north among, and southern hemisphere is south pole is a south 90 degree south. And apart from north pole, south pole, equator, there are some important parallels. That is Tropic of Cancer, which lies 23rd and half degree north, which lies in the northern hemisphere, and 23rd and half degree south, which lies southern hemisphere, named Tropic of Cancer. At 66 and half degree north, which is called the Arctic Circle, in the southern hemisphere, 66 degree and half degree south is lies the southern hemisphere, that is named Antarctic Circle. There are also heat zone of the earth. Next point is heat zone of the earth. Midday sun are exactly over it at least once a year. All the latitude between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This area receive the maximum heat is called torrid zone. For example, take a board and torch and switch on the torchlight falling on straight surface is bright and cover smaller area, and if you tilted the torchlight, it covers bigger area. So between Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, sunlight receive maximum because the midday sun is exactly over it at least once a year. This region is called the torrid zone. And if you see this picture, this is Tropic of Cancer, this is Tropic of Capricorn. Between this region is torrid zone. And next, between the midday sun never shines over it at any latitude beyond Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn. The angle of the sun rays decrease whenever we move equator towards the pole. Then the sunlight falls slantedly, and between Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle, this place is called the Temperate Zone. And the area lying between the Arctic Circle and North Pole, Antarctic Circle and the South Pole, this zone is called the frigid zone. This is all about the longitude. Then what is parallels of the latitude? Our equator divided our earth into two parts, and apart from equator there are some imaginary parallel lines parallel to the equator, that is called the parallels of the latitude, and they measure into degree. There are some important parallels of the latitude. There are the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, and there are also three heat zones for torrid zone, temperate zone, and the frigid zone. The northern temperate zones are divided into two parts. The northern hemisphere, it is called the northern temperate zone, and the southern hemisphere, it is called the southern temperate zone. Next one is the longitude. In the same way, the longitude to fixed position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than latitude of that place. And the reference line that lies north to south pole is called the meridian. The distance between them measures the degree of longitude. Each degree further divided into minute, and minutes are further divided into second. They are semicircle. Distance between them decrease steadily polewards until it becomes zero. And it is very difficult to number the meridians. That's why the countries decided that the count should be begun from the meridian which passed through Greenwich, and Greenwich where British Royal Observatory is located. That's why the Greenwich is called the prime meridian. Its value is 0 degree longitude, and we count 180 degree eastward and the 180 degree southward. So we consider 0 degree at Greenwich, and at Greenwich, the easternward of the Greenwich is 180 degree and the westernward 180 degree of Greenwich. The prime meridian and the 180 meridians divided the earth into two equal halves, an eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. At the Greenwich is a 0 degree. 0 degree east is called the eastern hemisphere. 0 degree west is called the western hemisphere. And whenever then it is through longitude and latitude we can able to locate. It is very easy for us to locate a place, and when the latitude and longitude intersects each other, that point is called the grid. Point is, why do we have standard time? There are for Indian map, this place in Gujarat and this place is Gujarat. The time difference is 2 hours almost, and also the local time of Dwarka and the local time of Dibrugarh difference is 1 hour 45 minutes. So there are different time zone in India also too. That's why this is very problematic to consider which time should be considered consider. That's why they used the prime meridian or the standard meridian to solve the time problem. That's why 82.5 or 82 degrees 30 minutes east is treated as the standard meridian, which passes through UP in Allahabad. And the local time in the meridian is taken as the standard meridian for the whole country. And next one is the longitude and time, the best means of measuring time by the movement of the earth. That is the best. Earth, moons and planets. The sun regularly rises and sun sets every day, and day and night naturally. It is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Local time can be measured by the shadow of the cast by the sun, which is the shortest at noon and the longest at sunrise sunset. When the prime meridian of Greenwich has the sun at the highest point of the sky, all the places along the meridians have the midday or noon. When the prime meridian has highest point at the sky, that time is the noon or midday. As the earth rotates from west to east, those places of the east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time, because the time of the Greenwich, whatever time of the Greenwich and the east portion of the Greenwich is ahead. Also west will be behind, and the rate of difference can be calculated that if earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours, that means 15 degree and 1 hour 1 degree in 4 minutes. Thus, if it is 12 at noon at Greenwich, that time 15 degree east is 60 minutes earlier, that is 1 hour ahead from Greenwich, that is 11 a.m. and 180 degree will be midnight when 12 noon at Greenwich. Any place watch can be adjusted to read 12 o'clock when the sun at the highest point in the sky. When it is midday, the local time soon such was give the local time for the place. That's why the given meridians of longitude have the same local time. This is all about that. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel, share with your friend. Stay positive, stay kind, and thank you.